Good evening. Hope we're all doing good today. It's time to get stuck in some Satisfactory. And as the title of the stream indicates, it's time we start doing some aesthetics, some cosmetics. We've got, for all intents and purposes, this factory's done. We're gonna let stuff run for the next couple of streams without messing with it, just to see if it what's it called, saturates properly and all that fun stuff. But for the most part, I think we've about done it. So that being said, I want to get into what we're going to do about covering this thing up. I did this about 3 months ago, and I've just kind of left it here. And I think I like it. I don't know if I'm going to need to tweak it at all. How many across is that? It's a 5. So we can put this in the blueprint, in a blueprint. We can also blueprint this little setup here too, right? Yeah. Maybe let's do that first. Let's just kind of get this going and see what we can. How did we end up making this? 10. Guess that's easy enough. 10 and 6 is cut out. Because it really doesn't matter where we do it either, because we can just center it. It's 5. Oops, let me vertical. That's 9, and what do we got? We got two sides. 2 sides all the way up. Um, 6, 4, and 3. So this is all we need for each of the elevator sides. Now I wonder if we want, what do I have this? Do I have the exterior labeled in this thing? Got temporary external. I don't even know what all these are. It's been so long since I've done it. What is this thing? I don't even know what that is. Alright, so we do have some lights on here. I think we want to keep that theme going. Where did I put them? I just kind of overhung them. Then you can probably do the same thing down here, right? And I don't know if we necessarily need to... I guess it wouldn't hurt. I was gonna say, I don't know if we need to make one of these for each of the towers. But again, I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. Let's rob one of these. We can probably just make it generic. Let's just make it white. And then we can adjust them fairly quickly for each of the towers. I'm fine with that. Because realistically, I'm only gonna, you know, there's no sense in making 8 blueprints when I can just make 1. Alright, this is ingot tower. Elevator section. Exterior. Want to get any more fancy with it? Probably not. Or throw you there. We want to use this elevator. Yeah, well, we can put this in here. What should the lights on? Oh, they're on the other side. They are on the other side. Page up. Plan is we're trying to get the facade on this sucker. Because we have the inside essentially done. We just need to let it saturate a little bit for the aluminum. the aluminum tower for the coal and the bauxite. All right, how did that work out? That worked out pretty decent. And then what we can do is we can come in here and we can do the copper. Maybe, if I can find neon copper. I want to say yes. I've had multiple merger issues, so I think I fixed them all. I think I fixed the water. I think I fixed the mergers. I think I fixed... I think I fixed it all, except for we quite possibly are going to just be short on bauxite and coal for the aluminum. But we're just going to let it run without checking it over the next stream or two. And just cross our finger. I bet I put this backwards, didn't I? I did. And just cross our fingers that I've got it. I've got it right. Page up. The bauxite's for the aluminum over here. This is steel. Yeah, here, this aluminum blueprint. So 200 per minute per machine. Which I'm not really keeping up with. I'm a hair short. Anyway, so, you know, and then I've got one, let's see, we can do the math real quick, right? We've got 4 per floor and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors. And what I say was 200 a piece. 7 times 4 times 200. So 5,600. Yeah, coal's going in here. It's the aluminum scrap recipe. So 5,600 bauxite's what's needed, and I think I'm only bringing in like 40 something hundred from all of the here. Where's my map stuff go? The cartograph. Is it not loaded? Huh. Well, anyway, there's bauxite here. I'm grabbing some out here, and then I grab some up here. Yeah, I need 5,600, but again, I don't think I'm bringing that much in. See, what color do we want to use? Use this one. Copy. I think we want to use this color anyway. Use it for the time being. All right. What's next? Deal. You're doing aluminum to use the petroleum coke. I thought about doing that one. But if I remember correctly, because this was months ago, it didn't quite work with how I wanted to set up the blueprints. So I steered away from it. Okay, that one's done. Don't know what we're gonna do over here. That we're definitely gonna have to come back to. Why do you not like this? You're choosing 10 Mark 6 worth of bauxite. That's quite a bit. That is quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, I have copper ingots. Why is this flipping here? Yeah, I mean, I've got tons of copper ingots that will be used for making for aluminum sheets. What did I do differently here? I'm a little confused. Yeah, it's the elevator, but I thought I ran these elevators exactly the same. I did. Maybe we just have to manually build this one? I don't... What's different? I don't see anything different with this one. Oops. I need to... But it needs to go up though, because I want it flush with that. I mean, I can go there. Did I just run this one? It looks like I just ran this one lower than the rest of them. Oh, that's the problem. I ran it one too... And I'm not going to redo this whole thing. Oh well. Uh-oh, I ran an extra one there. Yeah, or you or I will both notice it. So we want this sign color copy. You forgot already. Perfect. What are you talking about? I feel like there's a white one still in there. There is. Okay, and then we've got, let's see, silica. Which don't know how we're gonna, we can at least put it here and then delete. Oh, you've got the same issue. Of course you do. Or no, I just had it there. Nope. I had no real consistency on where I ran this stuff, did I? No, I've got it backwards, so that doesn't help either. Okay, it works this way. It was because I had it backwards. It was flipping. Okay. Then concrete. Okay, you don't want to cooperate, do you? There we go. Okay. All right, that's all of the, well, most of them. I won't say all. Now, what did I do over here? We ran. Okay, we ran a full piece here and here. Nope, not there. Okay. Now what did I do over here? Right, a full piece down there. You like the sign highlights by the machines. Which one's the ones kind of like on the in the blueprints? Okay, and then I somehow did a diagonal in here, and I don't remember how I did this. Maybe just like that. Oh, the vertical one. Okay, so I've got that kind of coming close there. Kind of mimic this. Out there. Pretty close. Let's see. How close is it? We probably should have come forward a little bit. Actually, we'll just do the... well, I've got it over here. We'll do the barrier trick. That'll put it right on the edge. And get it close enough to what we want. Did I overlap these? Did overlap them. So I'm still a little torn on this, right? All right, let's go build a blueprint for these. Because I'm going to keep this going vertical. Kind of have to, right? Yeah. This one I can make a separate one for each layer. That'll help if I brought one of these with me. What looks broken? Did I miss something? I'm gonna leave that one off. Oh, the white zero look. Yeah, I like it. I like the look, but it's kind of like I don't know. We can probably play with that, right? All right, let's call this ingot power inside corner. Actually inside corner. I'm gonna put you right here. Make you the purple. Know what? Display sign. It needs to be the big, small. This one's small billboard. Billboard, that's what it is. Okay, let's see how this, if I line these up properly. Very interested if I did this right. Where are the, oh, they're right there. Are the signs on that side? I guess you can barely see them. Logistics first every single time. I'm horrendous at aesthetics and stuff. So yeah, it's 100% logistics first. What the hell did I do right here? Turned it sideways. Good job. Okay, so that almost looks like it's too much, doesn't it? Let's get it ran all the way up here and see. All right, let's step back and see. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Now I probably need to build a blueprint for this little inside corner. If I go these inside ones, well, I've adjusted my a few settings in the engine file that lights will render a little further out. So, I mean, I'm pretty far out right now, and they're still. Let's see if we can how far we have to get away from to not render. Yeah, I'm significantly far away. That's perfectly fine with me. All right, let's change the color on this one. Well, I guess we should change the color on all of them, but let's change it on this one and run. Oh, you know what? We could probably do. Yeah, you can change the, oh gosh, which setting is it? Let me look here in a second. I'll tell you which one it is. You found it if you put a wall behind it with the same color, the walls don't disappear at distance. Well, that's a pretty good little trick. Hang tight. Let me look at. Look at loading. Oh, what? Why is my computer frozen? Oh, there we go. Satisfactory engine. Now I can't remember which one it is. Hold on, let me look through these. Let me put, I'll put my screen up. I want to say it's this first one here. This lumen scene surface catch card text density scale 300. I want to say that's the one that allows those signs to render further out. It's been a minute since I messed with these though. But I'm fairly certain that's the one. All right. I may have to do that because I've got those. The problem is, no, I mean, that's a very good idea. The problem is, I don't know how well it'll translate on a video. Like when I do it in game, like if I change one of the settings, right, and then I jump out and then jump back in, you can tell, but I don't know how much of it is kind of, you know, will actually come across as a visual change on a video. I mean, but the information's still valid, right? All right, what are we doing here? We're just gonna leave this corner kind of hard like this. I mean, that's what we did here. I don't know if... Well, we can come back and mess with it. All right, let's make a solid 5x10. A solid 5x10 side. Ingot tower. Solid exterior base. Base blueprint for exterior. Ooh, that's not how you spell that. And then we want to stick you here. And we want the purple again. And then we want foundation. We want the half 4 meter. Yeah. Do a couple video cuts, same spot looking. Yeah, I could do that. I'm not the world's best video maker. That's why I started streaming, right? Because I can put the content out there without having to do too much. Because that creative portion, when it comes to that sort of thing, I don't got it. What if I'm gonna label this 5 by 10? Will that fit? Ooh, it will fit. All right. And where did it stick these? Of course it stuck them here. Where am I clipping? There we go. Is my render distance max in the game settings plus the code? So here's my settings. Ultra for texture, medium for shadow, because you don't really need too much shadow, right? Far shadow tracing, trace distance, just far. Post-processing is low. You don't need that, especially through a stream, right? Because I'm compressing down. I'm playing at 1440 that I'm compressing down to 1080 to go across YouTube and then down to 720 for Twitch. So there's no reason to have to mess with that. Anti-scaling ultra, but you could put that to high and it'd be fine. Foliage low distance very far. I probably don't even need that far, but then I've got VX quality high, foliage high, light quality ultra, view distance far, clouds low. I've got it on quality upscaling, which if you want better performance, you put this down to 60. Like if I put this down to 60 right now, my FPS would probably jump 20. It'd go up significantly. And you probably wouldn't even be able to tell, to be honest, on the stream. But I've kind of left this alone until I completely start bogging down, which I only really bog down when I'm near this factory. Like it'll drop down to 30-ish with all this stuff rolling through. But if I just go out here and you just kind of randomly look around, it jumps back up. All right, let's see here. Feel like very difficult to tell. Playing potato mode. Low, low, low. Well, my old computer, my computer that's, why is this? Doing here? My old computer's got a 2070, I think. Yeah, there's no way I'd be running anything. I couldn't run this save on it at all. It wouldn't happen. Just forget it. So now it's just a backup. Don't know what we're gonna end up doing up here. This is kind of a TBD sort of thing. I kind of have an idea how I want to finish out the top of these things, but it's kind of a moot point until I can figure out what I want to do with the sides, right? And I think we should probably figure that out before we keep going around, because I want it to be uniform for all the towers. All right, so what do we want to do here? So I want to see... Big circle dome on the top. Now, what I was kind of thinking about is... Hold on, let me see if I can... I think I've got a picture of something. Images. Do I not have... Doesn't look like I have a picture. What's this one? No. No. I don't have a picture readily available. But I kind of, since they're all different heights, right? I kind of want them terminating and kind of doing like an angled sort of thing. Right, like you've got a high side of the top of the tower going down to a low side. Like, see these, like these foundations here aren't even needed for this one. I just filled them in for shits and giggles, so I may not even end up having those there. I don't know. But I kind of want to build something here because I want to showcase these belts. A sphere, possibly. So I want to showcase these belts. I don't necessarily think we need to showcase them. Let's just run this. Let's run this up the side here and see how this looks. Just completely closing this off. I think that would be fine. I know. Unfortunately, I planned all this stuff with Mark 5s, and if I tried to go in here and put Mark 6s, it would... Afraid it'd severely screw some shit up. I mean, it may not, but it also may, so... Oh shit, where'd I put that one? I think that went in the wrong spot. It did. Yeah, I think it would throw some numbers off. Because I have very specific... I went completely overboard. Like, I've got very specific outputs that are going to the different train stations that are going to go to the different factories. And if I just straight Mark 6'd everything, I think it would just... I don't know what would happen. I don't necessarily want to find out either. So the question then becomes, how do you showcase and illuminate? Yeah, I am too. How do you showcase and illuminate this? What I was thinking is you do glass walls with lights behind them, right? I'll put it on Zoop. Zoop. And you probably wouldn't want... Let's see, what would we want? Architecture. Small metal pillar. Do that in black. Carbon steel. No. What's gonna look good on this? Copper. No. These not change colors? The concrete ones are the ones that change colors. That's black. This may be something here, because then you could do... I mean, I can't see the damn thing. But then you take these guys. I mean, obviously I would need to build this into a blueprint. I'm not going to sit here and manually run all this. You are not lying. I want to get into 1.2 so bad just to zoop signs, my man. That and then the truck routing. I've heard that that's fairly badass. Oh God, what am I doing? Stuck behind the signs. Stop it. All right, then what if you do this? Yeah, pre-build the build, exactly. You gotta make sure you don't want to spend all that time building a blueprint and then it doesn't work. Okay, now are we gonna get the desired effect we want here? I don't know. Well, you can kind of see it in there. I mean, it's definitely more than... We want to do this. How do we want to do this bottom? Concrete? How does that look? And doesn't look very good. Okay, what if we did... No, that's not what I wanted. I want fix it wall. And then I want chrome. Sides of the elevator break it from everything else. Yeah, I'm not liking this. See, that right there disappears. The reflection. And then it pops in. So the question is, do you want, like, that's not even that far out. Is the goal to see what if we did just some down lighting on the bottom side of the floor right here? That's a little better. And then we can maybe assist it in... How do we want to do this? Come on. Hmm. How does that look? Not bad. Would I run? Can't. Because that's the elevator side. So you just leave that butting up against it like that. It's not bad. Now, I don't have enough room. So here's the problem over here. I don't have enough room for the light here. Got room on the inside. I mean, I can hide it in there. That's not a problem. Like, it can be done. But you can't, it's not gonna work. Although that's cool. It's not gonna work. And now I can't get to it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I can. Okay, so what would we do on this? Let's just assume we keep doing this method over here. Let's just do 2. Where did I put this? Tick off it. Is that where I put it? It's centered on that foundation. Centered on that foundation. Okay. Now that I'm seeing this with the flashlight on, I'm not sold on that. Ooh. What if we did... Hold on. I didn't quite give the effect I want. Hold on. Let me try one other thing. How can we get in here? Oh wait, that should have definitely gone in. Thank you. Okay, now you go. Ah shit, that didn't do anything. It's supposed to reflect off there. Okay. What if we do... What if we just do this? Is that too much? That may be too much. Now, do we need to keep these signs here? I don't know if we necessarily do. This should be illuminating enough of it, right? What if you put... What does that do for us? I mean, it's definitely cool up close, right? I feel like we need to keep that in our back pocket. That's right. Yep, right there. feel like that doesn't go all the way down. Is that the problem? No, that's all the way down. Oh. Interesting. No, it's in the wrong spot. Okay, I think we can build this. Nine. This one 9. It is 9. But I have a sneaky suspicion it's just not going to work out how I want it. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like these are too much. What could we do to be simpler? Walls, concrete. It's almost just better. And maybe I can put some accent lighting in there. Yeah, I like that better. It was getting a little too much. Okay, I need to refill my coffee, so I'm gonna take a break here real quick. Let's see, where do we want to? Let's go here. Our nighttime on. Pause you. Oops. Okay, do this, do this. And do this. I'll be right back. All right. We're back. We're back. All right, I think I'm gonna have to manually build all these because there's a slight height issue. Did I not put a? I need to put a sign here. Should have done that before. Oh, I don't need the big one. I need a little one. That one. Does that show through? No. All right. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, whoop. Wrong one. This guy. No, that's wrong. It's not going to be consistent. On the bottom of it, not in the center of it. That's why. There we go. That's better. We need to build. Here, load. We want. Copper. We want neon copper. All right, let's call this ingot tower. Elevator signs. And we should be able to just run this straight up here. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Oh, Lord. I hope if I put them in the right direction. I guess the good thing about me doing this experimentation on this copper one is it is the tallest of the factories. So once I get it nailed down, the rest of them will take significantly less time. We gotta be getting close to the bottom, don't we? Not really. Alright, there it is. How do we like this? How do we like that? I like that. Yeah. Alright. Can we build a blueprint for this front? I mean, we can maybe build a portion of it. Hold on, let's see. What would we do? We would go... I don't feel like that's... Okay, we can handle that. I want to say that this angle over here is not what I think it is, but it may be. It's actually a 45. Maybe slightly overdoing the signs here. Alright, let's label this, what do we want to label this? Ingot, oops, ingot tower. Belt front. Rise. Let's spell stuff correctly. Copper. Where's the glass wall? What's it called? It's full, what is it called? Full frame window. Alright, let's see how this works. Technically, these should not be here. Alright, let's see how this works out. Where's it at? Why is it wanting to go on a diagonal? That actually works out pretty good. Can we do... There's too many blueprints for it. I didn't want to grab it. That it turned out pretty good. And we can come in and just fill these in afterwards. I don't know if we actually necessarily need all these damn lights. why that thing wants to keep going on a diagonal. Doesn't make any sense. And we got stuck. Wonderful. Probably should have ran these before I did all that, but oh well. What's that clipping? That should not be clipping. Just barely passed that one. I think I went too far on this one. I did. And this should be the last one here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. Okay. What we can do on here is we cap this sucker. Very similar to what we had done. Grab one of you. Mm-hmm. That over. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Let's go back here a little bit further. Not quite sure. We'll need to do something up here. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be yet. Get these in. I want to make sure I'm connecting to the bottom of this one. I don't want to be on the top of the other one. And then I don't need anything there. And then we can come in here and just do that number. Yeah, it's pretty painless. And again, this is the worst one since this has got the is the tallest. So we get this sucker figured out, and then we're kind of in cruise control mode. In theory. Okay, that did not do what we wanted it to do. There we go. Voila. Now we can decide if we want any lights or anything in there. Alright, but what are we going to do with this side over here? This is where I could use some better creative juices. Because I don't know what the hell I want to do here. I don't know. I don't really think this is a strategy. Oh, come on. I do 3 or 4. 1, 2, 2, 3. Hold on. 5. Okay. Alright, how does that look? It needs something. What does it need? It needs something. It needs something. All right, how could we trim out this side? What if I did vents? That's kind of cool. That would kind of break this up a little bit. I mean, that gives it a little bit of something. Do we want to do something like that? Maybe. Quite possibly. It's a little bit more concerned with what we're going to do with this corner here. And round it off. Not bad. how could we... Okay, I like this. I like this. What can we do with it though? What could we do to make this stand out? Do we not go with black? Okay, can't tell anything from unpainted. Can't tell anything from chrome. Carbon steel. That's basically the same thing as black. No. I don't think we should do... Yeah, I think we leave it like that, but what can we put on here? What could we put on here? How do we make something? Oh. Okay, what does that do? I mean, it gives it a little bit of separation. Maybe too much. Excuse me. We're going to have to play with that a little bit. All right, we've been going about 2 hours. Let's go check on our materials. Let's see how we're flowing. And fingers crossed. We're good to go. You're full, you're full. Not quite full. They're full. I could probably dump some more in here. 3. I made this Mark 4. Make this Mark 4. It'll help that a little bit. Oh, we're gonna check those are you're a little short, but not bad. Oh, oops. Quite full, but you're getting there. Actually, these probably should be... fixes. All right, we're backing up. Perfect. Let's check the bauxite. A little low. Is that at 89%? Huh, I don't know why that one's at 89%. So they're not perfect, but they're close. You know, I'm kind of curious. I've got this split going on down here. And I think I feel like I'm losing something, right? What's coming in? Mark 3's coming in. That's 270. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got some extra here I can play with, but let's just see how the Where am I going? We're here. I just want to see how full these containers are over here. To see if we do have any wiggle room for improvement. Empty. Okay, we may just need to check this next time. Alright, let's go over here and get kind of a far away view. I want to see how this looks from a distance. So now that I'm looking at it from this vantage point, I feel like it needs to be broken up. I don't want it so symmetrical that it just looks like a carbon copy. Okay, let's do a screenshot so I can have a thumbnail picture. About right there. Pretty good. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it a night. I may jump back on tomorrow / today because it's today right now. I started yesterday. Regardless, appreciate everybody hanging out, and we'll catch everybody on the next one. Bye.